Yeah, this is interesting. I think it's the ultimate insult. The Mountain West Conference preseason poll picks San Diego State to finish number 8. I understand nobody knows who's on this roster because they have. I just went back and counted. They have 37 who have transferred in this year. Some of them came after spring football. So when they get in pads August 1st for the month-long preseason camp at San Diego State, they'll be wearing the colors and hitting with a new playbook and a new head coach. I understand that's why they were voted 8th. I don't understand why nobody paid any attention to the brilliant thing Sean Lewis did at Colorado in 2/3 of a season with Shadur Sanders, what he did prior to that for 2 straight record-setting years at Kent State, what he did before that at Bowling Green, what he did prior to that at Syracuse. The guy's offenses statistically have been phenomenal. So they're bringing a lot of people in. 37 transfers in, 34 left the program for all wide variety of reasons. Here's the shocker to me. Only 16 of the 34 who've left have signed anywhere. 18 others, no place to go to play. And I tend to think too many kids bailed out on Sean Lewis without giving him a chance to go through spring ball and find out how vibrant this offense could be, might be, etc. Too many people whispered in kids' ears, too many kids told the opinion, new coach, he's not Brady Hoke, I'm not going to stay. 18 Aztecs don't have a place to play, which including the number 1 running back, Anthony McClellan from Cathedral, and Garrett Fountain, who was a multi-year starter at defensive end who bailed really early. Don't understand why kids would do that. So that's the San Diego State headline. It's quite a story at Colorado State. Now, the capitalist co-host here who thinks everything is great with the transfer portal and the NIL. Here's the story at Colorado State. Jay Norvell, who I think has done a really good job as a coach in this conference developing offenses. Jay Norvell's got a quarterback that threw for 3,400 yards his first year in the program. And he accused Kansas State of tampering with Brayden Nicolosi, the star quarterback at CSU. Nicolosi threw for 3,600 plus yards, 22 touchdowns, first time he put the uniform on in Fort Collins. He says a Colorado State quarterback was contacted by Kansas State coaches who offered Nicolosi $600,000 of NIL money to leave to go to K-State. Now, that's happening in a lot of places. You can't contact a player if his name's not in the transfer portal. Nicolosi's name is not in the transfer portal. So Jay Norvell wants the NCAA to go in and say, discipline Kansas State for making illegal coaching contacts with my quarterback who's here in spring football and is not in the transfer portal. Can't allow that to happen. But the capitalist co-host says everything's fine. So those are the stories at San Diego State and CSU, and it's your turn to respond from left field.
From left field. Okay. First of all, if you're a broadcaster and you've got a great career and then some other radio station or NFL team offers you big money, I think you should be able to go. I like that. But in this particular case, there are rules with transfer portal. You can't contact. I'm surprised they didn't have like 2 or 3 go-betweens, because you don't ask them directly. You got to have 2 or 3 in the middle, right? And how did the coach at Colorado State get whiff of this?
Evidently, the quarterback said, I am staying. There were rumors that were swirling. And Nicolosi said, I'm staying here. I'm going to be a Ram. We're going to play in the Mountain West Conference. Maybe we're going to win the conference football race. And by the way, the rumors out there are true. I was contacted by Kansas State and a coach. And by the way, my name's not in the portal. I mean, it's an egregious violation, I think.
Oh, it is a violation of the rules, but I just wonder about the rules. But going back to San Diego State, I love head coaches that are innovative and experiment. And they kind of have like a, devil may care attitude about trying new things. And I think Sean Lewis is going to be that. This whole Aztec Fast brand, I'm anxious to learn about it. I don't know if they've got the players that can fit the system. I have no clue, but I like what he brings to the table.
It's interesting. We go to his press conferences. I had to bring you to one of these. You're kind of in the working media now. Your hands are dirty too. You're the one that created this podcast. His press conferences, he talks so fast, it's almost like his offense plays that fast. He just buzzes through whatever the answer to the question is. Next question. And blah, 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 blah. So I'm fascinated. I like him. I was a big Brady Hoke fan. Brady's from old school, different school. This guy is a new breed guy. I'll be fascinated to see how they hit the floor running in the non-conference games, which are going to be hard. And by the way, it's not my job to sell tickets, but by the way, they get Oregon State here. They get Washington State here from the Pac-2, aka Pac-12, at Snapdragon Stadium. Those are going to be fun football games to go see. So that's the coverage of the Aztecs and Colorado State. We get